Alright, welcome back, Doki Doki Literature Club. We are going to continue where we left off. The beginning of day 3. And we'll see what happens. Alright. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Mace! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. Right to that weird thing back there. That's probably a calendar or something, I don't know. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So, either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Oh, elementary, my dear Sayori. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ooh, okay, that's relevant. So I came up with a voice for Yuri and then instantly forgot it. Alright. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? Oh, I didn't know she noticed she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Mace to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling such a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. But there's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us. You've already taken a screenshot of that, but there it is. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. What? Kia. Right. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Of course, we don't get a sense of how big this cookie is. It could be like 4 inches, like the ones at the vending machine at my workplace that taste terrible. Or it could be like one of those sheet cookies that sometimes kids have instead of birthday cake. I think it's like a 4-inch diameter cookie. Anyway, Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
Ahaha! I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Aha! Ha ha! Ha?
Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it! Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue.
You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez, beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Haha. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Oh, jeez, I get it.
The cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Oh! Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Eh?
Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. That sounds suspicious.
Ugh, where's Monika anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't heard either. Yeah, because we talk all the time. What? That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take treatment. That's actually an interesting point. Anyway, that's true.
Excuse me?
Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Don't do that. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Haha.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Okay. Here's the thing. This is the first time it's brought up. Piano. So, if you play this game yourself, I can't really do it now because if I did, the audio, the sound, the music would drown out my audio, and I can't just like go into settings and be like, okay, listen to the music now, because the music changes so often. But something I encourage you to take close attention to, that made sense, is piano. When the piano is present in the soundtrack. For instance, right now, there isn't much piano. Very little at all. And you'll notice that when we share poems, I pointed out last episode that Monika's theme is just piano. Solely piano. I'm going to turn up the music just a teensy. Nobody else has piano in their themes. But the piano will come in the soundtrack every so often. And that'll come later. And I have two ideas about this piano thing. Anyway, hold that thought. Put it in a little box. Hold that thought about the piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. That's significant. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Mace. Monika smiles sweetly. Okay. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Aha, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really like the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. Sayori got hit in the face by a cookie. That's about it. I choose to leave Sayori. Oh, whoops, sorry. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared in the closet. Mace, Mace! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? This scene is one of the reasons I chose this route for this playthrough. Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up? Me and Monika were... actually, it's Monika and I. And so, me and Monika were going to make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monika, we'll be back soon. Ah, where are you going? Ah, are you going with Mace to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with them. Did I already take a screenshot of that? Oh, I'll do it again. This is the second time I've gone through this route. Aw, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Haha. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Mace? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Ha! Me and Monika have it all planned out too. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is going to take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds kind of dull. Mace, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. I think I already took a screenshot of that, but I want to have it in the archive of significant things. Like that! Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Yeah, you meanie, I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know, I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Ha, don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. Ha, I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around the hallway again. Hey, Mace, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. Let's take a screenshot of that. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. And going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. I'm going to take a screenshot of that history. Forgetting the, Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too. Crayolo. They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading color names. Puce. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Chartreuse. No, trying to think of, midnight blue, massacre red, I don't know. Fine, fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack! Kia! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow, 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 you okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori, that's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Let's do it for a second. Oh, okay, yeah, I was looking at the crayons, and I'm like, why are there 2 red ones? Anyway. 24. More like 20... not 4. 20... whatever that is. There's 2. Anyway. Sayori slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's going to swell up. I should find you some ice. Mace, where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink will do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I don't exist if I'm not on screen. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since it'll only be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchase that one. Just a moment. I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. Okay, listen to this. So, this is one of those, like, personal moments, and so it's very calm. There's, sort of like a harpsichord sound, and there's piano. Wanted to point that out. Anyway, she has one palm over her forehead and using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it, somehow. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your head, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons. I can take a screenshot of that exchange. Hey Mace. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and straighten myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. Haha. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You'd try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it wasn't really your fault at all, you know? That's also significant. That is hugely significant. Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kinda like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Mace. That's another kind of significant thing. There's so much double meaning in the dialogue that I'm taking screenshots of these, mostly to let you know, to look for double meaning. I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Mace, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest with myself, there's no telling where we'll end up after college, for college, or after that. So it wouldn't be fair to me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside. When I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monika, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Alright. I don't think this... That's not like that. Sarah hops to her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with the bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just ready to start with our sharing our poems. Oh, Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. I somehow like that Monika doing her pointing pose, like, well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around at herself. I forgot all the stuff! Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. Found the poster paper, too. Haha. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Mace. Well, Sayori... I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Haha, okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too! Me too, I mean. Yes. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? I guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Who should I show my Pokemon first? Who should I show my Pokemon first, too? Hey, Monika, I have a Pikachu. Hi again, Mace. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. I want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika. Alright. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. It's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... Haha, I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of the time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. That's what I'm doing right now, lady. Doing that right now. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. Pretty much everything Monika says is significant. I really didn't mean it like that. Look at how symmetrical she is. Like, the folds in her blazer... insanely symmetrical. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, You want to read my poem now? Oh boy, do I. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing vinyl on a pizza crust. What? An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. So, did I already take the noise it won't stop? I'm gonna take a screenshot of that too. The whole damn poem. There's also a lot of, like, gameplay hints. And I sort of interpret this poem as a hint that you can save the game and get a different outcome depending on when you go back, and you can go back to writing your poem for the day, and then go for a different girl. Save and load. And red, green, and blue, those are primary colors. I mean, like primary colors, those are the, with light, especially with computer screens, pixels are red, green, and blue. At least they used to be. No, they still are. They're like mixtures of red, green, and blue can get you different colors. Yeah, sound. So that's so I just wanted to point that out. And save me, load me. This is probably when it starts getting, like, the hints are really coming. Anyway. Sorry, I went through puberty for a second there. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Haha. Yeah, abstract. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I'd never seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Oh boy. Haha. Sometimes asking what a poem about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. Whoops! So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know what might happen, when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Haha, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I mean, if you don't think that's significant, then I have news for you. Alright. Let's go Natsuki next.
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either.
Few?
A few what?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take it as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday.
Oh! Oh, that's interesting. I'll talk about that later, but that is very interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess you've been friends for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. Let's take the strings out of that. If it weren't for me, she would probably fly away like letting go of a balloon. Okay, actually. Crap.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. A kingdom of spiders! That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. Maybe she likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. So I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, she's gross, and the world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short, and I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt that I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes? As long as they're not hurting anyone, it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Hello. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want people to... Feel, just not think. I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it.
Whoop. Let's look at Sayori.
Pew, whoop.
Mace, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... Huh? No way! Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki's the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Huh? Wow, what? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just meant that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure, even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. Huh? I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you? Do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Well, maybe. I mean, max you're 18, so... maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with a pencil between her hands. Hey, Mace, will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Well, why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. What? Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap. Ah, I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped, but being inattentive, she bumps right. Being inattentive to her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down to pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh! Sorry, I forgot about that. It's not as good as yours. Don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. And this one, holy crap, is this one significant. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine and rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle is a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Alright, I'm going to take a screenshot. Starting here. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off of my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, I'm all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come. In such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, and the shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. All I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot. Jesus. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. You know what? I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Okay. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. Thinking too hard about it. Point is, it came out good. Okay, yeah, that screenshot right there is perfect. Thanks. I feel like it was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Interestingly, she echoes what Monika said. Monika said, it's like magic. And Sayori's saying, it is like magic. And Natsuki was sort of repeating what Monika was saying, just in her own way. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a bit of a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Pessimistic. Alright, Yuri. You're up! Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Mace. Your skills are really improving. Alright, what? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. Huh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry about it so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. It's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The raccoon. Oh, this one's significant. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife, very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. So all of the girls have underlying issues that I'll talk about later. Yuri's comes out at the end of Act 1. And sort of Sayori's, actually. Natsuki's doesn't really come out that much unless you go down her route. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going down Sayori's route. But Yuri's route does come out. And later I'll be able to show more about Yuri's underlying problem. And Natsuki's problem is more complicated. And I'll talk about that too, but that's going to be a few videos from now. But this is a huge metaphor. So much metaphor. And that's what's great about this day, is that most of the poems are really metaphorical. Natsuki's is sort of less deep. Yuri's is really deep. Sayori's is really deep. Monika's is incredibly significant. But Natsuki's is sort of obvious what it's about. I think. I could be completely missing the point, but I don't think Natsuki's addresses each individual girl's underlying problem. Natsuki's seems to just be about herself, sort of, and how she's sort of like disregarded, which may be her underlying problem, but it's not nearly as troubling as Yuri's problem or Sayori's problem or Monika's problem. Anyway, moving on. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't imagine what this poem is about. I know what it's about. I know 100% what it's about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Huh? Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Huh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little now, but I'm glad you're such a good listener. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come to sit in the front of the room...
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. I just wanted to show that there was piano there. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Monika.
Yeah.
We're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Haha. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting out these posters, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them. Yeah, that's what I said. For them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. Well, that's sort of significant. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun! That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Holy crap. Those were 4 reasons. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. Okay. She gave 4 reasons. Oh crap, you know what? Oh crap. I need to get the whole exchange. That sort of works. Oh crap. Okay. Expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, having fun. Okay. You can argue expressing your feelings is Sayori. Being intimate yourself is Yuri. Having fun, you can argue that's Sayori or Natsuki. And finding new horizons, 100% is Monika. That's right, and it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. There's 4 reasons. Or maybe this is me having fun. Expressing your feelings could be Natsuki and Sayori. Being intimate with yourself, Yuri. Find new horizons, Monika. 100%, 110%. Don't you want to share that? Inspire them to have the same feelings. I know you do. I know we all do. Double meaning. Sort of going outside of the realm of the game itself, in my opinion. That's what this game does so well, is when it has double meaning, it's bringing you, the player, into it, and very subtly sort of reaching out to you and being like, having fun. Don't you want to share that? Like, the idea of the game interacting with you. And does that come out later? Alright. But I'm saying, like, if you're familiar with this game, you know that stuff happens. And it's easy to assume that the game is normal until the event. But the game is not normal until the event. It's very subtly growing to that. And I'm trying to point things out like that. But I want you to sort of pay attention to things in case I missed that. There's so many hints during Act 1 that Act 2 is following. But anyway, and if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Ha! That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Sorry, I had something in my throat. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. Monika. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No.
Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Haha, of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. It's not super significant, but I'll still take a screenshot. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? Glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Ah, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a piece of paper before her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances around at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Oh, that's significant. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. It's kind of cool. So, I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want her to applaud for the, It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri pulls the poem to her chest and rushes back to... Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. ... Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Aha. Sorry I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. No, I'm taking it. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. Poem isn't as aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. Whoops. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Mace liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have that much time before the festival, you know. Okay. So who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go full Mace. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well make Mace lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote today. Next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little. It's not really that significant. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Monika really is a good leader. The way that she gives criticism is very fair. I just wanted to say that, she doesn't, the way she words things, it's not because here's the thing with criticism. People don't give criticism well. Most people don't give criticism well. A lot of people don't give criticism well. And it often comes off as combative. And that's not what criticism is about. I think I already mentioned this, but the way that Monika's written, at least for now, she words her feedback in a way that validates what the person is feeling, and then she weaves in her feedback, but it's don't worry about it so much. It's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing, and that's something that will improve. So it's not like she could have said something like, sorry I'm not good as everyone else, and she could have said something like that. well, you're not confident. You need to be more confident with your abilities. And that's combative. That's like, that comes off as not validating, confirming that Mace isn't as good as everyone else. And she's wording it in a way that's like, you don't need to worry about it. It's less about your abilities, implying that your abilities are good and valid. It's more about your lack of confidence in your writing, and that's something that will improve. So, the way that you give criticism isn't what they call a shit sandwich, where it's like, here's what all the stuff you did good, here's all the stuff you did bad, here's all the stuff you did good. That's too sharp. You need to do it in a way that Monika does it, and it's like, don't worry about it. It's less about your abilities, and here's a suggestion, and it's something that will improve. So I like how her feedback is written. I just wanted to say that. Because the way that criticism is, people think that they have to address everything that was wrong with a performance or a piece of work, or they think that they have to make up positive things and then trail it with negative things and then be like, but it was really good. There wasn't anything wrong with it, just everything I listed. So that sharp shift from bad to good to bad to good, that ends up coming off as sometimes insincere and sometimes combative. It's hard to take criticism as well, and that's another thing that people struggle with, is taking criticism. Understanding that criticism isn't personal, it's trying to help you improve. But at the same time, if somebody's not giving you constructive criticism and just saying, your work sucks, I didn't like this, that's not helpful. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me?
That's a great title for a poem. Because you're presenting.
Well, anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Well, once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. And it's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Ah, well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Oh, well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine, too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Hello. Makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright, I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monika. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Mace? Oh, ready to go, Sayori? Yep.
Look at you. Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make it such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Mace, you don't have to say it. Well, whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier, like how we get to. I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri wanted to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, so with Doki Doki Literature Club, something that's important with the game is how it deals with choice. So you can choose any words you want for the poems, but if you're careful with your choice, then you go down certain routes. But if you're willy-nilly, then you get random, because you put in random choice. And then sometimes it gives you the order of the girls to show poems to, and the order sort of changes the dialogue, and sometimes, interactions with dialogue like that. And something that's interesting, I'm not going through Natsuki or Yuri's route, but if you do, you'll notice that the girls will interact with you differently depending on which girl you focus on. And that's really interesting. And then there's choices like this. This choice doesn't really matter, but it feels like it does. And that's important because another choice like this is going to come up. And I really like the way that Doki Doki Literature Club handles these quote-unquote false choices. Pokemon Sun and Moon is a great example of how not to do this kind of choice. For instance, in Pokemon Sun and Moon, you choose your starter and you come home and you're like, "Sup, Mom? I chose my starter." And your mom's like, "Wow, what a cute Pokemon. What a nice Pokemon. Why did you choose it?" And you have the option of either it was cute or it's cool. Depending on which one, no matter which one you choose, it doesn't matter. If you choose, I chose it was cute, she'll say, "Oh, I agree. It's cute and cool." Who cares? Like, why give me that choice? But the dialogue will be different depending on which choice I give, but the outcome in the game will be the same. It doesn't really change, and it's sort of like a closed loop. There's another choice coming up later that feels like it's important, but it's just like this one. And that one ends up being more powerful. So I'm going to walk home with Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Huh? But she's so beautiful and smart. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't want to ruin that for you. You're so silly, Mace. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? Conversation trails off. Kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Who knows what will happen in that time? Crap. Shouldn't have taken a screenshot of that. Oh well, I did. Alright. Let's do the final poem for Act 1. Spinning, that's the wrong one. Let's do that. Okay. Comfort, hopeless, silly, pleasure. Oh, okay. Happiness, promise, shame, empty, sadness, friends, fantasy. Oh, that's really cool. Together, rain cloud. It's unstable. Okay. Defeat. Joy. Lust is probably Yuri. Memories. Precious. Marriage. And broken. Alright. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm gonna save here. Thank you very much for watching. Things are gonna change. Join me next time. Because things are gonna be a little different.